Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Let's talk about AJ Styles. We know that AJ Styles recently retired from WWE. He joined WWE in 2016, already at that point having a very illustrious career in TNA and in New Japan, then shockingly joins WWE at the Royal Rumble in 2016, then 10 years later has his very last match in the center of the ring with Gunther at Royal Rumble. And then a couple weeks later, at a Monday Night Raw, there's a tribute in Atlanta, Georgia, about 45 minutes where AJ Styles grew up. He grew up in Gainesville, Georgia, and then about 45 minutes from there is Atlanta. They had the Monday Night Raw in Atlanta, and AJ Styles has a tribute, a farewell. And then at the very end of that tribute, Undertaker comes out and surprises AJ Styles that he is the, headline, the first inductee into the 2026 Hall of Fame. Now, the whole thing was done really well. WWE has treated AJ Styles really well, and it's hard to do because you just had 2025, a whole year's worth of John Cena retiring from WWE. Then, boom, kind of almost immediately after that, you have an AJ Styles retirement at the hands of Gunther from both, where he tapped out, but that's not really important for this specific conversation. We now know that AJ Styles is retired specifically from WWE. In April, he will go into the Hall of Fame, and then I don't know where his career is going to go from there. He says he wants to dedicate himself to being a full-time father. There's been AEW rumors that his schedule would be very light. He just have to appear on Wednesday nights every so often at AEW Dynamite if you work for AEW. Potentially, they've thrown a lot of money at him, so we'll see. But right now, we're celebrating the career of AJ Styles, and I'm going to go over my kind of favorite matches. I think the 8 best matches in the WWE career of AJ Styles. Again, he had absolutely incredible matches in TNA, in New Japan. These are just the ones in WWE. So we'll start with number 8, and we'll head up all the way to number 1. And again, this is just my opinion. I'd love to know your opinion of AJ Styles' best WWE matches in the comments down below. So drop them there. Let's have a great discussion about that. So number 8 is versus Seth Rollins, Money in the Bank in 2019. John Cena has gone on record saying that AJ Styles is the best to ever do it. It's an easy argument to make that AJ Styles is the best in-ring competitor of the last 20 years. Can be made, easily made. Now, Daniel Bryan's up there, Seth Rollins is up there, Will Ospreay is up there, kind of like as the current day. Daniel Bryan's retired as well, but like Seth Rollins, Will Ospreay, things of that nature are kind of like the best, what people say are like the smoothest in-ring performers now. And so when you see Seth Rollins and AJ Styles go head-to-head, it's very hard for them to have a bad match. And so they had a great match at Money in the Bank in 2019, so I give that number 8. Then we go to number 7, which I think was actually AJ Styles' best WrestleMania performance. Some argue that his Boneyard match versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 36 was his best WrestleMania performance. I think his match versus Shinsuke Nakamura, WrestleMania 34, was sort of the most lackluster one. I think that let the fans down the most. I think the last match that Shinsuke and AJ Styles had, which started off a little rough for my end, but ended like the last, last 75% of that match was amazing. I thought that was kind of the match that people wanted to see at WrestleMania 34. And so I think his best WrestleMania match was versus Shane McMahon, WrestleMania 33. All right. Shane is crazy. He'll bust out some stuff, but AJ Styles can almost carry anyone to a great match. And this was a fantastic match versus Shane McMahon. And then I think, also his 6th best match was a great match versus Finn Balor at the TLC pay-per-view in 2017. Now, there's an argument to be made about who's AJ Styles' greatest opponent. I think it's John Cena, and you're going to see why as we get up in the list. But Finn Balor, as of current day, as of right now, is challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Finn Balor's kind of having a career resurgence as AJ Styles is leaving. But they had a great match in 2017. Also, both competitors had strong, Japanese presence before they got into WWE. And then his 5th best match was versus Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules in 2016. This was a time, this is a sort of a brand new AJ Styles in WWE, right? He comes in January of 2026, the Royal Rumble, so he's still fresh. And this in 2016, Roman Reigns, 10 years ago, was certainly not as good as he is now. Like, Roman was pretty bad in the ring in 2016, and so, again, AJ AJ was a very well-versed professional wrestler way before he got into WWE, and he could pretty much carry anyone to a great match, and that's exactly what happened here. And I guarantee Roman Reigns would tell you that he learned a lot from match structure and pacing from being in the ring with AJ Styles. Speaking of Daniel Bryan, him, fourth best match. I think Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles had a fantastic match just on like a random SmackDown in June of 2020. Some of the best work you're ever going to have happens on weekly television. You saw Shawn Michaels and John Cena have an unbelievable match on Raw, and John Cena and CM Punk has had an unbelievable match on Raw. I think Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle had an unbelievable match on Raw. That's why you want to watch the weekly programs, because you never know what WWE is going to throw at you. I think this was also during the pandemic, and maybe there was no crowd, but the two absolute legends in the ring wrestled for nearly 40 minutes, right? Showcasing everything from conditioning to wrestling IQ to execution to being deliberate to fighting to just everything you want to see in two professional wrestlers. And so, random episode of SmackDown gets the fourth best match in WWE in the career of AJ Styles for WWE. And then you go into number 3, which was Brock Lesnar, sort of I think it was the champ versus champ, I believe this was, but people also viewed it as like a David versus Goliath situation. This is also at a time where Brock Lesnar was kind of destroying everyone all the time. Lesnar won this match with like a midair F5. But this match is remembered how much respect Lesnar had for Styles' ability at the end of this match. Like, Brock Lesnar is a great seller. He does sell, but he sells in specific and very real, legit ways for people that he respects. And I think this match earned him the respect of AJ Styles, and it was one of the best matches in AJ Styles' career because of sort of the style difference, not to use that word over and over again. But now, I think the best two matches in AJ Styles' career were both versus John Cena, number 2 being versus John Cena at SummerSlam in August 21 of 2016. This is the match that really put AJ Styles on the map, right? He comes to WWE in January 2016, and he beats John Cena 8 months later. Like, that's a big deal. And then, obviously, it catapulted him to superstardom. He won multiple championships, one of the best to ever do it, and is going into the Hall of Fame. But I think the best match in AJ Styles' career is John Cena at the Royal Rumble in 2017. So basically a year after AJ Styles debuted. This is wildly considered the best match of their trilogy and one of the greatest matches in WWE history. Kind of a masterclass in big match storytelling where both men, traded finishers, John Cena style, counters with, never ever leaving the ring. That's why in their most recent match they had, I think in Australia, they never left the ring. It was an homage to this great match, which I consider to be AJ Styles' best match in his WWE career versus John Cena at the Royal Rumble in 2017. And so, in my opinion, those are some of the best matches that we've seen from AJ Styles in his 10-year WWE career, which has come to an end. So thank you, AJ Styles. You're one of the best to ever do it. I know almost every single independent professional wrestler that I know has been inspired by your work and what you do. So thank you. Happy to see you get inducted into the Hall of Fame. And God bless you for being a man of honor and value and virtue. And all of the wrestling community values you and loves you. So thank you. And please leave your comments down below. I'd love to know what you think about AJ Styles and his best matches. And then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.